In 2020, we took a trip to Peru to see one of the 7 wonders of the world. Little do we know this would be our last international trip for quite some time since the pandemic hit shortly after. After landing in Lima, we took an Uber to our beautiful Airbnb where we stayed for the next 3 days. Can you believe this Airbnb was only $51 a night? Talk about a steal. We visited the district of Miraflores, known to be one of the more affluent districts that make up the city of Lima. With its beautiful coastline, it's no wonder this place is so popular. Be sure to walk the boardwalk to take in the amazing cliffside views. If you're into street art and murals like we are, then you'll definitely want to visit the bohemian, bright, and colorful district of Barranco, which is home to some of Peru and Latin America's finest artists. It was quite a walk there from Miraflores, but well worth it. Because the Andes Mountains is situated between Lima and Cusco, you can choose to fly over or take a 22-hour bus ride around the mountains. Due to time constraints, we opted to fly, and the price was about $75 per person since we were traveling during off-peak season. Very important to note that because you're flying from a lower to much higher altitude, your body has much less of a chance to adjust to the change, so you may experience some altitude sickness. When we landed at the airport, we called an Uber, and a few minutes later, we saw a guy with a sign in his hands with our name on it. We assumed he was our driver. Little do we know, this guy was actually the unofficial baggage handler who swindled us into giving him a tip. He then escorted us to our real Uber driver. Lesson learned.
During the rainy season, traveling to Machu Picchu requires a shuttle trip as well as a train ride. You can choose to go with Peru Rail or Inca Rail. For our trip, we opted to go with Inca Rail as it was less expensive. To ease altitude sickness, you'll find dried coca leaves available throughout Cusco. You can chew on them directly or add them to tea. Just be sure to not pack them with you when going back home. On the first leg of our journey, we'll be taking the shuttle bus to Ollantaytambo. Once there, we will transfer to train where we will head to Aguas, Calientes, the town at the base of Machu Picchu.
Lord Juice on board, Voyager Service, final destination, Machu Picchu train station. classes del Januaries, we invited to enjoy to relax of the wonderful landscape and all.
Traveling light definitely has its perks. We try not to travel with more than a 50-liter carry-on during any of our trips. Less luggage, less hassle. It's as simple as that. Aguas Calientes is the closest access point to Machu Picchu. The town, which is built into the surrounding valley, is filled with restaurants and hotels, which mostly cater to tourists. There's not much to do in the town, so we wouldn't recommend staying for more than 2 days.
The following morning, we took the shuttle bus to the entrance to Machu Picchu. The bus is optional as you can always hike to the entrance for free. Just know the hike is very steep and can take up to 2 hours. There are also tour guides at the entrance offering their services for an additional fee. They are of course optional and you can always explore the ruins on your own. When booking your trip, you can decide to visit the ruins only. But if you want a little more adventure, you can also trek the 2 mountains adjacent to the ruins. Permits are required for each mountain and spaces are limited, so be sure to book them well in advance. For our trip, we chose to hike Huayna Picchu because we wanted a challenge, and boy did we get it.
The Huayna Picchu Trail is accessible to most people of all ages. However, keep in mind that it does require that you at least have a reasonable level of fitness. The climb to the summit from the base of the mountain is very strenuous, and you can expect to use your hands as well as your feet to navigate the trail. For those people who take a while to adjust to the altitude, you may experience some shortness of breath and also a mild headache, and that's where the coca leaves really help. So you want to make sure when you're doing this hike, you're drinking plenty of water and you're taking rest every so often.
This is a mountain after all.
The weather in this region of Peru can be often unpredictable at any time of the year, especially during rainy season. So you want to make sure that you're prepared with adequate clothing for rain and the sun. We would recommend a hat, a lightweight raincoat or poncho, and most importantly, sunscreen. This hike is not for anyone with a fear of heights or condition which could cause you to lose your balance. There are many points on the trail which pass next to mountain drops which are thousands of feet. There were literally points during the trek where we had to climb on all fours just to get up and down.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. You should record it.
Where's the ropes?
Are there any rails down there?
Nope.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh shoot.
So
Oh man.
yeah. More space, you can take a picture.
I'm fat, it's okay. Go.
This is like a camera shoot. It's too dark.
Push the button. Ah!
There we go. You got it.
All right.
Stop recording this. Look at the old lady. feel like an old lady. And after the breathtaking views at the top, we were relieved to make our descent back down.
Hola.
Number 54.
50.
50?
50 in the morning?
50.
What happened?
I'm out of shape.
Take a long way.
Very long way.
We walked to Bolivia and then we came here.
54. Sign here. 12:13. You here?
30.
Yeah.
Just a little.
See?
Oh no.
Nada.
No,
¿Los
no,
has
no.
encontrado?
No.
12:15, right?
So,
14?
thank you.
Thank you.
231, 232.
One more time, let's go. Round two is in a half an hour.
You going back up?
Check it off the bucket list. We did it. Woo.
We just climbed that mountain. Oh.
Please.
Machu Picchu is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and in 1983 it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Incas used granite stone, which was cut to precision, to produce walls of blocks fitted together so well that mortar was not necessary. The irregular lines of blocks made the structures highly resistant to earthquakes. This amazing archaeological site took about 30 years to construct, and it's a great example of the Inca practice of shaping architecture around their natural terrain.
Nice.
After an amazing day, we returned back to Aguas Calientes for the night and got ready for the adventures that lay ahead in Cusco.
Bimodal service, sir, for that way.